It is the worst of the CBC for October 5th, 2019, the show where I watch the CBC so you don't have to. And today's a Saturday, so a very slow news day. Not that there isn't news, but just for some reason we don't report news on the weekend because it doesn't get as much coverage as it would during the day. So we save it because this is how the world works, because these noble warriors are doing their jobs so well. Now, the only real news they're putting on the news, other than nonsense on Trump and the Ukraine, which we're just not going to cover this day, is they're going with another controversy to hit the conservatives. And it's amazing what they talk about here when they fail to admit. So there's a candidate that the conservatives have decided to disqualify in Burnaby, which is in BC, because it came out and she had said homosexuality is an abomination or something, basically past comments on homosexuality. Okay, as unimpressed as I am with this whole cancel culture over nothing, the media and the left are very in favor of it, right? We gotta purify the political field because God forbid we have anyone do anything racist, like, I don't know, put on blackface and stuff a banana down their pants. The country would collapse. Now, the conservatives got rid of their candidate, and this is big news, right? We're covering it. Oh, this is a conservative scandal. But the Liberals have a candidate in Cape Breton, Jamie Bassett, who they are not firing despite some comments. So let's just read these two comments. Now, one I think is bad. Why do I assume every skinny Aboriginal girl is on crystal meth or pills? Right? And the reason why you don't want comments like this is because it ruins your relationship with communities like this. But I get it, right? People can be forgiven for things they said. There's another comment that is really nothing bad that's being claimed as misogynistic comments. And this is kind of what I hate about the media and our current culture. Like, he's put up this tweet, which there really is like nothing wrong with tweeting this. Cleaning, folding, cooking, feeling like an epic fail that I haven't found a woman who can stand me long enough to do this for me. Okay, this isn't a cancelable conduct. It's not misogynistic. This person is basically just saying, hey, I wish I had a wife to make up for some of my shortcomings here. Yes, it plays on gender roles. How dare we have gender norms? Again, this is fake outrage over nothing. But the real story here, or the story about the lack of story, is the fact that they are covering the conservative candidate like, oh my God, this means that all conservatives are evil because they got rid of a candidate who said something wrong. But we're not even going to mention the Liberals are keeping a candidate who said something wrong. Again, I'm against this whole culture, but the worst part of it is the hypocrisy both ways, that even when the conservatives give into this culture and the Liberals don't, the conservatives still hit for being the worst offenders under this rubric, which really just shows that cancel culture and all this is about left-wing bias, not really anything other than that. It's just about control. All right, now, the story that they omitted or didn't cover, it all ties into this. One of the conservative candidates was vindicated for her controversial comment. So one of the ones that here I'm glad actually stood by Gita Malik. And what Gita Malik had said about a certain organization called the ICNA, Islamic Circle of North America, they had put up ads telling girls to wear hijabs, and she had called them out on it. Now, the ICNA is an interesting organization, and it's such an interesting organization that they just got booked for terrorism financing. Federal jury found Fareed Ahmed Khan guilty of lying to the FBI about his work with the Islamic Circle of North America. Basically, shady deals, sending hundreds of thousands of dollars into Pakistan for supposed medical aid that ended up going to terrorists. Basically, terrorism financing through shady means, through the ICNA. And I am surprised. How could the ICNA have done this? Such a noble organization. This is the organization, remember, that recommended readings by Anwar al-Awlaki until 2010. Now, if we don't remember Anwar al-Awlaki, he was the chief recruiter for Al-Qaeda. Also, the ICNA is under the impression that Western civilization is not compatible with Islam. Islam and democracy are not compatible. That's on their website. Another thing on their website, sexual slavery. Yes, there are many instances where they promote sexual slavery on their website. So I am shocked that the organization that promotes sexual slavery would and wants you to join Al-Qaeda would be caught funding terrorism. Oh, no. Now, fun fact for Canadians, Justin Trudeau once appeared at the Carrying the Light conference. One of the co-sponsors is the ICNA, and he talked about their shared values. So, Prime Minister Trudeau, what are your shared values with the ICNA? Is it sex slaves are good, join Al-Qaeda, give money to terrorist groups, or is it simply... what's the other one? That Islam and the West are not compatible. Do you agree with the ICNA that Islam and democracy are not compatible? So please clarify that when you're done when you're done groping and dancing around, if you could clarify that statement for me, I would appreciate it. So that's it for today. I'm going to rate this episode. It's pretty good, but just because there was no news, like Tyler Perry was in the news in Canada. 7 out of 10, the Rosemary Barden scale. I'm sure they can do much worse. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.